Happy holidays to one and all.
Ho, ho, ho.
It is old roommates and friends. We're taking the week off. We worked very hard this year, and a Christmas gift to ourselves is having one day off. So, we don't want to leave you hanging.
No.
So, we are going to be recommending a few episodes for y'all to listen to during your travels, right?
I think it's a great chance to get caught up on episodes and all that. Because sometimes I swear to people listen to me like, I can't believe you guys do an episode every single week.
I know.
And it's like, you can't even keep up. And it's like, and also maybe even use this week to watch some old movies.
Yes.
And then go back and listen to the episodes. So I picked 3 episodes. And this is not necessarily about the movie. This is really about like the episodes that we think might be able to keep you company if you're on if you're driving in your car, if you're on a flight, download the episode.
Right. Do we want to talk about what we've recommended in the past?
Go for it.
So we can start with that, and then we can add to that list. Does that sound good?
I don't remember, but it sounds like you've done some research.
I have done a little bit of research, mostly because I was afraid I was going to
recommend the same things. Yeah.
So I have some favorites.
All right, let's hear it.
So in our first, so we've only done this. This is our 3rd year doing this.
Okay.
So season 3's holiday message.
Yeah.
Brian recommended both of our previous Christmas episodes.
Absolutely.
So it's episode 23, which was the Rudolph versus the Grinch, and episode 75, which was Charlie Brown versus
Frosty,
where we compare and contrast, much like our music videos.
That's right.
You also recommended Mommy Dearest. And I also recommended Mommy Dearest. And I also recommended Rudolph versus the Grinch, episode number 23. Mommy Dearest was episode number 94. Yeah. And then in addition to those 2, I also recommended Sleepless in Seattle. Yeah. So I usually recommend these episodes where we're very passionate about it. It's not necessarily a movie that we liked.
It's not about the movie. It's about the podcast episode.
The podcast episode. I also recommended Love Boat. I did 4 that year. So then last year, Brian recommended Showgirls.
Absolutely.
Which is episode 144. Hilarious. Yeah. You also recommended The Good Son. Episode 149. Yeah. And Melrose Place.
Yes.
Episode 165.
Yeah.
I recommended The Wizard of Oz. Episode 171. Gremlins. Episode 126.
Totally
and
Christmas.
Rudolph versus the Grinch.
Wow.
Again. Episode number 23. So here we are. Season 5.
Yeah.
So, Brian, let's hear it. What are some of your
We'll do one at a time each? Sure, yeah. My first pick is recent. It's actually City of Angels.
Oh, my gosh. Brian, I almost did that one.
Because, again, very passionate conversation about that movie. And, Nicolas Cage, Meg Ryan, and... and it was just a blast talking about it.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I almost put that
We said a couple of nice things, but for the most part, it was a lot of critiques.
For the most part.
Yeah. How about you?
My first one that I wrote down was Rudolph versus the Grinch, but I'm like, I can't do that 3 years in a row. But it's a really good one, so definitely listen to that one. Instead of Rudolph versus the Grinch, I chose the Schoolhouse Rock one.
Oh, okay.
Which was episode 201. And I just thought it was just fun. I loved actually going back and listening to them. But then it was really funny, just our realization that some of these sucked. And they didn't teach you anything. No. And it was just really funny just to kind of recognize that. Even though the jingles kind of stayed in our head. Yeah. It didn't really do its job.
But also, the things they even attempted to teach us.
Yes.
It's don't even bother. The preamble.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
And some of them were so long. Yeah. There was so many words, and then some had no words at all. But it was a really good discussion. So.
And you had a great point that none of them were rock. None of them were rock music.
Rock.
Yeah, none of them were rock. Yeah. My next pick is episode 179, Rocky 4. I think that is such a fun episode.
That is a fun episode.
Because it was such a mix of shock and love and laughter that we had for that movie. Yeah. And, it's funny because I've listened to that episode and it's we go from really trashing on it to being but then Adrian showed up in Russia and and it was just so funny. It was this emotional roller coaster of an episode.
Oh my gosh, that's really funny. My second pick was, or is, episode 210.
Okay.
Laverne and Shirley.
Great.
Really fun revisiting. And this is one of those things that you could just watch over and over and over again. Like, this is such a good movie. I'm sorry, shows.
Yeah.
And, again, we're super passionate about it because we loved it. Usually we're really passionate about the ones that we don't like.
Right.
But this one we both really liked, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And we were just very passionate about it. And it was just a fun little episode.
And then, I hate to say it, but my final pick is something that you've recommended before, but I didn't recommend it before. It was episode 171, which is Wizard of Oz.
Oh! Okay.
Because, here's why I'm saying that, because I feel like they show it a lot around Thanksgiving time and Christmas time, and so my hunch is that many people out there listening to this have seen The Wizard of Oz recently, and they'll probably really enjoy the episode. So that's why that pick's in there.
Mine isn't very Christmassy, my last recommendation. But it was a really fun episode. It was episode number 101. Oh. Jaws.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was really funny because we did have a few arguments in it here and there, but all in all, it was just a really fun discussion about, the realism of it and the rating.
Yeah, the rating and
So, all of that. So,
and poor Alex Kintner, isn't that his name, the character's name?
Yes.
Who explodes in the mouth of Jaws. Oh my God. So, happy holidays.
So, exactly.
And how are you spending, I guess, New Year's?
Right, yes, because Christmas was yesterday, right?
we might be we might be spending it together. We'll see.
We'll see. It's a mystery.
But
so those are our recommendations. And of course, it's, a great time to catch up on even just like looking through. Maybe just take some time just to look through. We have like 220 episodes, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
So look through what we did. We get a lot of requests to do episodes that we've already done. It's like, we did that one about 3 years ago. But take some time and jot them down. And if there's any that we've missed that are your favorites, feel free to send us a quick little email.
Yeah.
At oldroommatespod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And if we've both seen it and fits all the criteria, then we would definitely consider it.
Yeah.
So, all that to say, have a great New Year.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next year.
See you next year. And that's it for us and for this episode of Old Roommates.
Thank you for listening. Please remember to follow us on Instagram or YouTube, where we have our episodes as well as a little extra.
And if you have any questions about our show, any suggestions for movies we could revisit, reach out to us at oldroommatespod@gmail.com.
Thanks again for listening.
This is Brian.
And this is Christina. Until next time.